Do you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. How is my audio? Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's go, let's go. Okay, cool. So, like again, see, it's cool, right? That intro screen. So, okay, cool. So this was quite a hustle to get this live. Not sure what happened, but very nice that you guys are here. This first time on YouTube, so perhaps it's going to be sometimes a little laggy or something. Not laggy, but yeah, I would love to hear guys' feedback, of course. So, for example, the quality of the video, the quality of the audio, maybe it's lagging or anything. If there's something with feedback, let me know, because every first time is always very funny. But you guys are not here for some technical support. You guys are here for some market analysis. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, yeah, welcome to the world of YouTube. Yeah, it's quite hard. Like, I've watched YouTube tutorials of a guy for like I think 2 or 3 hours before stream to set everything up and make that intro screen and stuff. So more of that is coming. And yeah, the reason I already explained that before, the reason we moved to YouTube is I was very important to review not only your trades but everything you do. And I was looking at the recordings from the Google Meet, and those were like 2.5 pixelated bullshit. I know if I can say bullshit on YouTube, maybe I get cancelled for this, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So yeah, that's the reason I changed YouTube to YouTube. I think we have some good full HD 1080p resolution, and everything's working fine. So yeah, the only thing I need to do is set up my copy trader. Before we dive into the markets, yesterday I announced that in the Skool group and inside the stream, the live streams, the Skool group, everything that's of course being built. And my main goal for the Skool group is to let the free content from the Skool group alone be more than enough, like way more than enough to be profitable as a trader. But I got so many requests in the DM from, hey, can you maybe do a one-on-one mentorship or someone more private, more intense? And I was like, yeah, I can do it, but only after the 2024 mentorship is done. And this summer, that will be, of course, we'll complete it. And then I have some extra time to help a few of you guys to work that out. And yeah, the waiting list is just released. Lots of signups already. So it's gonna be a long waiting list. I need to figure many things out, but yeah. So I'll remind you guys a few times about this. Yeah, that said, let's go look at the markets. Scooby says it's very smooth. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like on Google Meet, I could see every one of you like who is in the stream. I think I cannot see that right now, like your names. Like I can only see you when you are in the chat. So I see Danny G, I see Scooby, I see Judy, LJ, Critique, No Plan C, No Plan C. I love that. Solomon, Brian, Kunal, Daniel, Shimon. So nice. About price and all the details, No Plan C, that will be in the near future. The waiting list is just for showing interest. And it's first come, first serve. Yo, Jay, good morning. You, Pierre, nice. So yeah, no roundtable anymore. Oh, I can see participants. Oh shit, nice. I can see that inside my streaming software. Yes, sir. I'm way too excited that this finally works. Okay, let's go. So, just like we discussed at the weekly outlook yesterday, we have DXY. And also kind of expected, we gapped up today. And what we leave behind? A volume imbalance, and inside the volume imbalance, we even have a gap right here. I'm just marking out the volume imbalance because that will be a point of interest this week where price probably wants to trade into or trade from. It's always very important to have your higher time frame point of interest ready. And low hanging fruit is this high and also this high. And as expected, Monday, what did we do this far? Nothing. We consolidated. And that's fine. No news Mondays, and we have TPI, FOMC coming up. So, gonna be very chill and relaxed today. We already had some nice movers. Let me see sometimes I need to multitask with trading view, MI, and the chat. Have I decided on a price? No, all the details about price and details and how long and what's else in the mentorship, that will be released later. I think it's very important. Like, I've done so many mentorships, and I think what's very important about a private mentorship is that it's kind of personalized. So it's not a one size fits all. It's like, okay, you are here in your journey and you need exactly X, Y, and Z to become a better trader from this point. There's not going to be one set rule. So the goal of the mentorship is that I'm going to make it like more personalized. That I'm going on a call with you. You're going to lay out your whole situation, what you have done before, what you're focusing on, and then we're going to do that together to make it like a big, comprehensive game plan. But again, like, there's so many things cooking. Just waiting list is online. The rest will come. The details after the 2024 mentorship is done later this summer. Okay, so for DXY, we're basically waiting. We have no news. It doesn't mean DXY cannot move, but yeah, you expect, like, especially after NFP, the NFP range, next day, especially the M session, I don't expect much. No big range days, they will be probably later. JPY as well, consolidating in the trapped order flow as we discussed yesterday. I'm still expecting lower yen, so that means higher JPY crosses, but we are a little trapped in the order flow. We are consolidating. Euro is actually dying. Remember last week when the ECB decided to cut rates? That's bad for the euro, and price reflects in it. Also a big gap. But it means Euro USD is also dying. And I think shorts are still on the cards for this week to take out these lows. What will be very nice is to get a potential. Where's my arrow? Here. I'm on a new laptop and also a new mouse, so sometimes a little cranky. So expecting a move back into the range before the real move, and news drivers can help. So Wednesday CPI perhaps. But I will be actively hunting the short, but I don't want to short the Monday. And why is that? Look at the current range. Like, do you really already want to do a short right here when you have this range, all this money, all the buys liquidity right here? And to give you the kill zones, we didn't even go to Asia high from today. So I'm not thinking this will be the low yet or the high yet. I think we can go higher before we can go lower. So I'm just patiently waiting on that to play out. So nothing on the USD pairs for now. GU the same. We made an SMTs at the lows here between Euro, USD, and GU. So perhaps that's the indication that we are probably short-term can go higher. And with the SMT, I mean, look at the May 30 low. May 30. So we made SMTs at the lows here. So if we want to go up, of course, a pound is the strongest one. Euro GP is also dying, so Euro is very weak against the pound. So if you want to do a short-term long back into the range, then I would recommend doing it on GU. But yeah, look at this price action. This is just ugly price action. This this looks like like the thing you see in some children's playground, like a slide. I think the name's a slide. That's just ugly. So nothing here to see. And everything is still good, guys, on your side with the audio, the video. I'm going to check in today more regularly just to see if everything is good. And yeah, also make sure you put your favorite pairs in. So let me know what pairs do you like me to watch, to discuss, to analyze. All good here, amazing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. So AUD USD, similar. I think AUD USD is going to be very clean. Like we have that weekly busy drawn liquidity, and we currently are creating a very nice fair value gap right here. Together, what is this? Bearish breaker. What is this? Order block. So this area is a high probability for a short. And today we are creating that fair value gap. So from tomorrow, London already, I'm going to be like that hungry dog, that bulldog that wants his bone. I'm going to look what's happening inside this area. So I'm marking this out already. Let's see if this fair value gap is created or not. And what I want to see then, like first of all, like this is daily. So for example, the 1 hour, what do we have? Like it depends on where the low today is going to be formed. It can be lower, but we have a massive fair value gap right here. You can do your FIPS, your OTE, but also just your premium discount. So right here around the 6629 is your premium of your range. That will be a very nice point for price to set a high. So what you potentially could see tomorrow, I don't care where price, I don't care about today's price action on USD pairs, to be honest. I think we will just chill around. But for tomorrow, for example, in London, we can maybe expect that Judas swing. That London high of the day that potentially also sets a high of the week in premium of this range, and then take the entry here or maybe lower down the range. This exact signature in price can also happen on Wednesday during CPI or FOMC. So that's why you need to be very humble before those news reports, because, and I mentioned this yesterday in a weekly outlook as well, what you can see is tomorrow London high of the day, then a very nice displacement lower, but just before we take the liquidity, CPI will push your out one more time before the real move. And this move upwards is then called your turtle soup, or your purge, or your liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it. These two scenarios I have in my head for shorts this week. So yes, I'm going to execute tomorrow if the opportunity presents itself. If I take a loss on that, I won't be angry. I won't be sad. I'll be even more focused because I know, okay, the stops that are currently being ran, I am currently the liquidity. My stops are being ran, but I don't give up yet. I'm going to hunt for that short higher up in the range. Potentially remove the turtle soup. All right, I see NASDAQ. Yes, we will over NASDAQ, Euro NCD. See what we have. Ooh, very weak, very weak. This morning I was explaining my dad about how a candle looks like, so that's why we have this on the charts. It was very funny, very nice. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Let's sit down. Let's look at the candle. What's a candle?" So what I want to see is this weekly busy holding. If we trade now already lower, that's okay. We still need to battle this order block. So price is still allowed to trade lower. I don't care. Like, if price, of course, closes this week lower, then the whole long idea is off the cards. But we can set a Monday or Tuesday low of the week before going higher. So let's see what we have right now. What I hope to see is an SMT with GBP NCD. Let's see. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, so probably what we probably can see is an SMT somewhere here. You see how strong the pound is against the euro, where they are up the range. Crazy the difference. So yeah, I'll just wait for like, the thing is, why would price on Friday stop here? There's no reason why price, because it doesn't take out any significant liquidity. The only liquidity it takes is this high. And that is not very significant liquidity. The most liquidity is up here and up here, all those failure swings. So I think this Friday high can be ran this week. And that's very nice, because if you want a high to be ran, let's go lower first. And I want to long, so I'm basically looking more at GBP NCD for a long idea. And the idea is kind of the same. I think Daniel asked this. A weekly internal. Look at the wick. And then we want to target these highs, and eventually this daily SIBI or this daily SIBI. If it wants to continue, of course, this is your high hanging fruit. The low hanging fruit is this daily SIBI. I'll go over NQ in a few minutes, guys. Let's see also the open in a few seconds. AUD JPY. AUD JPY energy is I'm neutral on, because there's AUD JPY right here, because we're consolidating. And I mentioned that also on the weekly outlook. Here, the yen is consolidating. Then I'm not touching AUD JPY. No JPY. I want to see displacement one side, and we have JPY rates this week, so probably the bulk of the volume will be there. I will over gold. Okay, I will over gold, and then we're going to do the indices also in preparation for the 10 AM game. And also I'm going to turn on my copy trader. But first, let's go to gold. Okay, gold hasn't changed. What would be very nice is for gold for Monday or Tuesday or even Wednesday to trade higher, to come back into the range here. Like the low-hanging fruit is right here. It's the monthly busy. We have a monthly value gap just waiting below here. And that's very nice. If that's your drawn liquidity, then it would be very nice if price can just trade. It'd be insane if it trades into the premium of the range. That's like 30-ish points. $30 back into the range. Not sure it's going to do that, but to see a possible high of the week being formed Monday, Tuesday to go to the drawn liquidity, that's the monthly busy, would be very nice. And also, I know there's an SMT here with silver, but nonetheless, these are still failure swings. So we are creating failure swings, liquidity, above a monthly SIBI. So it would be like a gift from the markets if price can go more into premium. Let me check. When looking at the index day trading, do you ever consider RTH versus 24-hour, or only look at the 24-hour? I don't use like, if you mean RTH, you mean, where's RTH? It was here, right? the electronic trading hours and the the last time I looked, it was somewhere in the bottom right corner. So the difference between ETH, like electronic trading hours, and RTH, regular trading hours, Ice-T introduced that in his 2023 mentorship on his YouTube. I don't use that. You can use it as extra confluence, so you can better see the opening range for the indices deep blue. But personally, I'm not using it. I have my model, and like first I had like I think 20 different confluence I wanted to see, including RTH and electronic trading hours, and a few more. Like it was a whole combination of everything, and I was like, okay, this doesn't work because I was framing setups long and short at the same time, and I was like, okay, let's undress this entry model just like your crush. And trading is just like love. Like you need to undress your crush, and I undressed her until she became the 10 EM model. And the 10 EM game is basically a dressed out version of lots of different trading models. So, and what I love to see in the chat, also like I can see the participants right now. I thought I could see it. No, I cannot see it. Like I know in general who is here. I've seen you guys for the last few weeks, and you've seen the 10 EM game being played out consistently. Like we took losses, don't get me wrong, but it's a very consistent, profitable trading model, and it doesn't have so much noise and so much headache. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, during the opening range, it's very nice. I have no clue what you're saying, Brian. All right, let's go to the indices. Well, shouldn't be a surprise that we are consolidating. We had a large Friday range during NFP. The weekly range was insane, so a little cool off is definitely on the cards. We have both buy side and sell side currently. Like the Friday high is definitely one to watch. Did we? Oh, we ran this low. Okay, nice. And yeah, Friday low and high are on the card, so maybe we can even get a little Skool model right here. Like we are now between not Friday low, Friday. Where is it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday low. Between Friday low and Friday high. Friday low and Friday high is a kind of small range. And small, like small 200 points, but small in comparison with the what is it, like 600 move from last week, 600 point move. So I want to see some form of liquidity being swept. Let me see what ES has done this far. No SMT. We had an SMT at the highs right here, but without any liquidity being taken. No, this is just the open manipulation. What I like to see, because we're still at bullish order flow, and I can see a potential weekly candle that can go lower this week. Little retracement, but the cool part is I was actually looking at this, but then I saw on a weekly we create this massive order block. So the current range where we are in is we are inside a daily value gap. Bodies are closing in the top of the value gap. We are allowed to sweep low here before going higher, but as long as we're above the 50% of this value gap, I'm good for longs. So that means a liquidity sweep at the lows before going higher. If we don't get a liquidity sweep, then I'm not very favorable to take an entry. This is not very nice price action. I think we can go a little bit lower before going higher. And here comes the cool part. Like, now it's just waiting. Like, we didn't take out any liquidity in this move. Like, this is still liquidity. No SMT here as well. So I'm going to be waiting. If we take aggressive liquidity to the upside and then displays lower, then I'm probably going to take a short towards Friday low. So Friday high and Friday low are for me the low-hanging fruit. Lots of fair swings up here. So I hope we are going lower, taking Friday low, because then that will be very nice. Then we can play the Skool model and a 10 AM game at the same time. And we have 22 minutes. And for all the people who are asked about indices, let me know. What do you guys think? Do you agree with the liquidity pools that are currently on this both Friday high and Friday low, or do you see something else? Would love to engage. Bias is previous high or low. Yeah, amazing. Deep blue, nice. So yeah, we wait for that. And the cool part is, let's look at the 4-hour candle, because we're going to predict the 4-hour candle. And let's do let me see what the range here is. Like, there's no swing low in this, except for the NFP low. I think that's too far away. But if we have the 4-hour, let's do the last swing high. Do the last swing low. We need to go 70 points down for back to discount. Ooh, it's quite a lot, but we can do it in the manipulation. So I'm not thinking we will do that all the way back to the discount today, but manipulation towards the lows here will be a very nice low-hanging fruit, because then we have all these further swings waiting. Like, all these highs don't take out any liquidity. This one did. So this is a high resistant liquidity, but when price takes money here, then it has the power to go to all-time high again. And we shouldn't forget we are at the Monday. And we have seen some Mondays where we're just doing exactly this. Like the whole session. And then we just chill. Oh, nice, Pierre. That's amazing. Amazing long already. Wow. Cool. Oh, Deep Blue's FTN. Nice, nice. Oh, DXY is still doing DXY things. Don't expect DXY to do anything today. Just expect that classic accumulation, manipulation, distribution. What I'm expecting is an accumulation here, a manipulation lower, and expansion higher. Can be Tuesday, can be Wednesday. The manipulation. All right, while we wait for NQ to do its thing, how was your weekend, guys? How was your weekend? Did you guys already see the weekly outlook? In the meantime, I'm going to start up the copy trader. Oh, nice, Andy. You joined the group over the weekend. Amazing. Welcome. Welcome. On a quest to find. Oh, cool. What kind of job are you looking for? Injured your neck? Oh, that's horrible. Your neck is such a horrible injury to have. It's very annoying because like you use your head for everything, like for just looking around or sleeping or laying. You can do nothing. L'Oreal, nice. Studying IST all weekend. Larger stay at the dead. They were like, that's why I like the 10 AM model. Yeah, that's great. It's just like, what is it? Like maybe 90 minutes per day. Recently, I watched. I like to watch some crazy documentaries, and I was watching a new Netflix documentary about a cult with like those viral TikTok dancers in it. Like there were like a few years ago, there was such a insane viral dance videos, like high quality, high production, and it turns out all those people were in a like a very insane, like very bad cult. It's on Netflix. It's like the 7M cult. That's what I like to do in the weekends, just when I'm not looking at the chart. How to shift from 9 to 5 to day trading. If you, it depends. Can you, on your 9 to 5 plan C, can you look at the charts? For how many hours can you look at the charts? Because some people have a 9 to 5 where you can just also look at the charts all day because you're in an office job. All right, what we're currently seeing is probably the manipulation leg. That's very nice. This is what we want to see. Manipulation leg with failure swings at the top. That's very nice. Okay, so if you can look at the charts, I would say go trade London, go trade New York, and don't execute lower than the 15-minute. Yes, bigger trades, boring trades. But from the 15 minutes and up, your win rate will just dramatically increase. You have lesser setups, fewer setups, but your setups are cleaner. If you cannot look at the charts, maybe a few times a day, like maybe in your bathroom break, then I would recommend only executing from the 1 hour and up and setting alerts. And it's actually one of the things I'm going to focus on in the mentorship. Like, I think the coolest thing about trading is to replace your 9 to 5, not just stop it and hope for the best while trading, but like literally earning your salary while you're working. So every time your boss is a dick, you can you can just think, okay, I make your salary today. I think that's the coolest glitch you can have. But it's different per trader. But what I wouldn't recommend is scalping the 1 and 5 minutes when you are working your day job. I wouldn't even recommend that to people who are like have not even got some payouts. Like if you can consistently earn money from the markets, private or the prop firm, then go ahead to a lower time frame. But if you don't, not lower than 50 minutes. Don't trade Mondays. Only try to catch the whole weekly range. Yeah, there's a little delay, but that's because it's live. Yeah, Lorian. So all the copy traders who want to copy the live stream, they're a few seconds behind. No, but when I'm looking at the setup, that shouldn't matter because I will let you know. Okay, I think this will be the low. I'm probably going to enter in this for value gap or this breaker or this order block, and then you can just do it yourself. And I think that's the most important part. That's what I emphasize in every stream. Like you're going to see how I trade, but you don't want me to execute for you because that's the coolest and most hardest part. There's where the growth is. The anxiety when you fucked up your entry. Oh, so nice. Then you know, oh shit, I could have entered like 10 or 20 points better, and then you're like, okay, shit. I had that all the time. It's cool. You learn over time. Love this idea to enable and maximize trading while balancing your job. Yeah, I think that's very important. Because the cool part when trading while having your job is that the money you make from the trade will not play into your emotions. It's not that like, oh shit, this trade is going to pay my rent or put food on the table for my kids or anything. Yeah, people go to the 5 and 1 minute for more action because they like their dopamine casino hits, but you get faked out all the time. And for the people who are here for weeks already, they know, like I am here at the 1 and 5 minute, not because I like this, but I have a whole higher time frame narrative supporting this. Remember, we are in a daily, internal to external possibly. That means my higher time frame bias is higher. Then I went to the 4 hour to predict perhaps the next 4 hour. I would say that could be a green candle after sweeping the last 4 hour candle low, or maybe Friday low, but then going higher. So then I can finally go to a lower time frame and the 1 minute, and then there play the 10 a.m. game with the whole higher time frame narrative in mind. Sometimes I don't have a narrative, and then I'm most likely just being flat. So if you like, what I also do is when I see you guys posting in the Skool group, I see most of the time just 5-minute or 50-minute charts. Most of the time, the first question I will ask you is like, hey, what's on the higher time frame? What's happening? And when I'm checking myself, most of the time it's just a big consolidation, and you found a random displacement inside a higher time frame consolidation. You won't get clean moves inside a consolidation on the higher time frame. All right, 9 minutes before the game starts. Well, DXY is still inside there. Its range 630, 830, or London lows. Euro USD still chilling. Yeah, I'm very excited about AUD USD. And by the way, I added one more pair to the watch list, and that's CAT GHF. Like GHF is so bearish right now. I was looking at longs last week, but like no stopping this. But look at how price just stopped quite shy before a monthly busy, it could be a very nice draw on liquidity if price wants to trade higher first. So what I'm looking at is potentially this trade, or if we first trade higher towards the, like, I want that monthly, my point of interest, the monthly busy, to be something to trade towards or to trade off from. So Cat GSF is added to the list. Okay, this looks very nice. And like, I don't expect big ranges today, guys. So it's gonna be very, very small, very clear. Like, this is very nice. If we sweep the lows, then these highs are going to be very clean. What I hope to see is no movement towards the highs yet. Let them be open. Let them chill here for us to take. All right, critique. That's cool. I'm so excited for Wednesday. Wednesday PM, we're going to do the first PM session together. It's going to be insane. We just had, on Wednesday, before that stream, we just had the CPI violence. And after that, we're going to see how FOMC is going to just step like one up. Is this quite nice to see? Before the 10 AM game starts, kind of consolidation. Now, this can be a very clean day. So before stream, what I always do, what I like to see higher prices. So that means sweep off this low, but preferably Friday low. Then displacement upwards towards the high. This is most of the time the confirmation for value gap entry. You can take it here, but I like to take the second for value gap. Little 1 minute market maker buy model. Target are these highs, low hanging fruit. And eventually Friday highs as high hanging fruit. Top of the tree. That's what I'm looking for. And it would be nice to also get some form of SMT with ES in that move right here at the lows. That's what I currently want to see. So let's screenshot this. And let's see if we can get this. So again, on the daily, let's remove the weekly here. On the daily, we have this value gap. I'm going to remove it because it's a big yellow box, but we are inside a fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, higher prices, very bullish order flow, massive order block right here as well. So high prices are definitely on the cards. Then at the 4 hour, like we made a doji at this 4 hour candle. I want to see a sweep of the last 4 hour low, the London low or Friday low, one of the two. And then at the lower time frames, like I'm on the 1 minute, there I want to see that market maker buy model form. Let's see what we get. We have 3 minutes left. Going to, and we made an SMT right here at the lows already. But here comes the cool part, guys. Imagine, right? Price just rockets up from here. And you miss your long entry. I'm not going to be mad about that. Why? Because my first criteria of the entry model is some form of sweep of liquidity. It can be the last 4-hour low or a daily low, what I just said. If that doesn't happen and it goes up, then I'm just flat. And I wait for another opportunity to present itself. So if you know that that's your rule, there's less FOMO. You know what you want to see before executing. Oh, nice critique. $250 up for the day is very nice. Congrats. Congrats. If you don't mind sharing, how much prop firm capital are you trading with? Today, I'm going to trade with 750k funding. And I'm going to do challenges with 10 challenges of 50k on a copy trader. So 750 funding and 500k in challenges. All right, 1 minute left. Then it's game time. And what you will be seeing here live will be one 250k account. So I'm going to play probably on the usual one, the minis. Probably one mini contract. Going to risk 1000. Going to reward 2000. So I'm going to look for a 1 to 2. And if it doesn't give a clear entry, I'm going to the micros to have a more precise amount of contracts for my position. And while I take that trade on one 250 account, it will copy it amongst all the accounts I just mentioned. If you want a tutorial on how to do it, it's in the 2024 mentorship inside the Skool group. Like, I couldn't figure it out. It was quite hard, but there was an amazing guy on YouTube. He's called the Traveling Trader. He had an amazing tutorial. So that was I used. All right. It's game time. So every day, new 4-hour candle. This is the open. If you expect higher prices, the goal is to buy below the 4-hour open. And it can be very boring. Most setups appear like between 10 and 10:30. So it could be just chilling for 30 minutes or doing nothing. So if there are any other pairs in the meantime you'd like to discuss, I think we have some time. Especially in the Monday range. Like, we expect small ranges, so let's see. Like a manipulation for another 60-ish points, kind of a lot for a Monday range show. That's why I'm expecting or a rate of this low, the London low for end of London, or a Friday sweep. So let's mark out this low as well. This is the last 4-hour candle low. Let me double check this if I marked it out correctly. Yeah, so I marked out this low, significant low. This is swing low, and the Friday low. Those are marked out for a potential manipulation towards that. Brian says, when a breaker aligns with the consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, do you consider that as a point of interest? Yes, I do, but it depends on what time frame. If you want to start trading indices, Go through the 2024 mentorship, let's see, the one on the Skool group, and all the concepts work. Also with indices. So the difference, for example, with indices is there's a different times. So the 4-hour candle, for example, starts different. There are a few nuances, and I think personally the indices book way more precise than Forex does. Forex is more manipulated. That's why I'm scalping the 1 minute on indices, and I'm never scalping the Forex pairs. I don't do that. Got burned too many times. I only do position trades on Forex. How delayed is the YouTube stream usually? Not sure. Let me check. There's always some form of. Let me check on my phone right now. And I see. It's around 20 seconds. 15 to 20 seconds. You guys can survive that. And I think that 20 seconds is actually very good. Because that 20 seconds will give yourself the head start to think for yourself like, okay, I gave you the framework, 10 EM model. And now is the question, what are you going to do with it? And with the delay, I cannot say I'm entering here because you will have a delay. You'll be 20 seconds late. Some people have fewer seconds, 3 seconds, for example, for Gary. Boring, right? Just waiting for a setup to appear. And again, if we're now going higher, taking out all the highs here, then I'm definitely into a short to take out the lows I just marked as point of interest. So for this week, guys, I think you should be focusing, like stalking the USD pairs. I think last few weeks have been very difficult to trade the USD pairs, and that's because of the movement of the XY. But this week, we finally had that displacement. So I'm expecting the XY to come back here or here before going higher, taking out the highs here and there. That means I'm going to hunt for shorts for the USD pairs. And I already mentioned AUD USD is my favorite, but Euro USD and GU are also very nice. So keep your eye on that for tomorrow, definitely. So for the people who are just joined in, if you have your classic Judas swing, then this is what I like to see. Accumulation, manipulation, taking or the 4-hour low here or the Friday low, and then distributing higher. I know some of you guys like colors and just visual stuff. So here you go. Oh, this is a very good tip. Thank you, Gary. Gary says make sure it says live with the red dot and scroll the red line all the way to the right to see the most recent video. Yeah, sometimes a live stream is it'll delayed by default. Yeah, just clicking the live button is a very nice tip. Thank you. I'll remove this now because it's very ugly. Just consolidating, do nothing. If ES has some life to it, ES is doing more. Of course, not that quite, but like the price action is quite different between NQ and ES. That makes low probability when you see this. We should actually have. I'm going to look into this. Like maybe play a game or something like tic-tac-toe or something like Kahoot or something while we wait on the setups to appear, because on live streams it can be very boring at times. Like for example, your setup can appear at 10:05 like now or 10:08, but it can also take until 10:30, 11ish. Maybe it's coming in the PM session. So you need to have something to do during the wait. Like when I'm not live streaming, I like to play video games. I played with you guys a few before. I'm playing, for example, now Squad Busters. It's from the creators of Clash of Clans. That's what I'm doing while waiting on my setup. And of course, now I'm just streaming and watching or talking to you guys. Do you have a bunch of other screens you're watching, or basically just what you share with us? No, I'm a very boring trader. This screen is TradingView. And like, for example, now I'm only looking at this. What I like to do when I have, for example, I'm looking at indices and at the same time also at, for example, the USD pairs, then opening a new tab inside the TradingView, I have two layouts. One is for recording of YouTube videos and one is for live trading. And then I have like a second tab, just like you have in your Chrome or in your browser. Like then I have, for example, Euro USD and GU next to each other to monitor them. But most of the time it's just one tab and that's it. And I think there is some magic to having more more screens. I think it's easier, but not necessary. Like I travel a lot, so I like to just trade from my laptop, just one screen. So I got used to just using this. I know what I'm looking for, so I don't care about which time frame. I can switch. Like here comes the magic. You don't need more screens to just toggle between time frames. It's insane. But you shouldn't be a lazy ass. Okay. I'm thinking if DXY is strong and Q is weak, is that correct? In general, yes. DXY and NASDAQ are inverse correlated, but keep in mind, they are not correlated for a long time by now. Send your link from the squad game. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I think I shared it in Telegram the other day. Let me see. Let me see if I can send it in the live chat. And I already saw someone flexing with their stats. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. Hold on. Where's the chat? All right, I'm sending it right here in the chat. So, Critique says I got an 83 top 3 win rate on the game. But there's like a top 5 win rate. There's no top 3 win rate. How can you... I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I have like a 100 something top 5 winning streak. So try to beat that. Are you trading from Canada? No, I am not. How much time do you spend in front of the charts? It depends on the day. If there's a high probability day, like for example last Tuesday and Wednesday on NASDAQ, I am there the whole day. Like from London, then I go to the between London and New York. I went to the gym. But I watched the chart the whole time. Oh, nice. Send in the Skool community. Cool. Yeah, the YouTube app doesn't allow you to. Like, I think you can maybe pull something out of your settings. Okay, this is still the most horrible price action, so it's very nice. We're still in a consolidation, so there's no reason to press the button. And we know exactly what we want to see. What does balanced price range? Does it get mitigated? Price likes to come back to balanced price ranges. So for people who don't know what a balanced price range is, it's the overlapping part between an inversion for value gap and a regular for value gap. Like price likes to come back to that. But just like every PD array, it doesn't happen, first of all, on a daily basis, and secondly, it won't do that all the time. Because, for example, let's do NASDAQ here. There's still some... Where's my triangle? There's still some balanced price range up here. Not mitigated yet. So yes, some of it will be, but not everything. Okay, let's see if we can get some energy finally. It will be nice. Oh, that's nice critique. Like, invite me. We can play together. Maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. But how do you calculate that? Have you already sent it in the Skool? Because I would like to check my own stats as well. Like I have a pretty high, I think I have pretty high like first place ratio against the total amount of games, but yeah, again, I have no clue how to. Do you only do trading full time? Lorian, you mean if I have some other gigs at the site? Like some drop shipping Imperium or something? No, I've done some e-commerce. I've done some affiliate marketing. Like I've done them all like last few years. Just when I was just waiting on the chart, I was very bored. And yes, now like my full time gig is trading, but like I spent so much time creating content for Twitter, for the Skool group, for YouTube that like I trade full time. But of course, I'm not on the charts 10 hours a day. So it's during the kill zones, I'm on the charts. Outside the kill zones, I'm probably creating content or playing Squad Busters. I'm 26, Shimon. How does a mitigation block work as a confluence in the chart? How to best see a mitigation block? Yeah, we can wait for this. So let's go back to the market maker buy model from last week. Right here. And what you should do is look at the order blocks, the up close candles, at the sell filter curve, and mark them out in time at the buy side of the curve. And what you will see in those mitigation blocks is that price likes to do some form of rebalancing there. Like here, for example, not. But in these two, it likes to accumulate. So where I use mitigation blocks for is I look here, order block inside, like a reuse order block, inside the other side of the curve, and then I'm expecting price to do something there. So for example, here we have mitigation block, a value gap, order block. A very nice combination of this for value gap was very high probability Wednesday. So I'm not marking them out because I just look at them. I don't need to mark them out. But for example, here you don't have any mitigation block. Oh, nice critique, nice. You're almost. Okay, NQ has some energy upwards. See if that can be continued. Yeah, like a 1 minute inverse on the around the open, like the daily open, the midnight open. I don't look at that much, to be honest. And there it isn't. Here's the midnight open. If you're going higher and sweep some liquidity, then potential shorts are on the cards. And here for the silver bullet traders, here your silver bullet starts. We took 9 AM high. So now wait for displacement lower, do a short toward 9 AM low. And the candles will tell you the story, like, but this is still kind of bullish. Like, you want to see energy lower. Like, you want to look at the charts and see like, whoa, this was energetic. Matthias asks, is a 1 to 3 are good enough, or is 1 to 5? No, go for 1 to 3. You can even do 1 to 2 and make money. I'm at TP at 940. Oh, nice. Let's see. Who knows? And all the new people who just joined the stream are like, huh, shit, does he have TP here? And then, of course, not. If I'm in a trade, you will see. I'll be trading in live in a trading view. What's the difference between CRT and Power of 3? Is that a candle range theory everyone is just like jerking off about for the last few weeks? I actually completely slept on it. I saw it and I was like, okay, this is just a like when Power of 3, the 10 AM game, do the swing, seeing every candle as a open, high, low, close, like everything in once with a new name wrapped around it. Like I don't. The thing is, when you make money in the charts, you will notice that there's so much bullshit going on that every concept is going to be named something else. Like, for example, I think the 10 AM game, what we were playing, some trader years ago already played this daily on live stream and called it completely different. And he will say to me, yo, Dion, what are you doing? I was playing that game way before you. And he's probably right. But, like, doing the same but, like, naming it with a different name and doing like you invented the wheel, I think that's horrible. And it's just inducing you to buy some kind of course. If it works for you, if it helps you understand the charts better, like by all means study it. But it's the same concept with a different name. Do I trade inverse for value gap? I use them as a confluence. I like the regular for value gap the most. Yeah, IC has so many. The IC concept has so many names, so many abbreviations. It's crazy. Is it not loss? I'm not. I know. What are you saying, Abbas? Right. If you have not done, it would be amazing if you perhaps can like the stream, and if you have not done yet, subscribe. Only if you enjoy the rants about CRT, about how I hate people using different names for the same content. If you like that kind of rants, please like, subscribe. No, I'm joking. That would be nice. Like, I think when you have enough likes, like at some point, I think the YouTube algorithm will push the stream organically. It'll be insane. Like, imagine like thousands of people just watching the free content. That is just the whole end game. What honestly my end game is, I can tell you, like we're in the early stage of the whole Skool group and stuff. I can share it with you guys. My end game for the group is that all the course sellers, the IST course sellers, and you guys know who they are, I know who they are. That people are looking at their things like, hey, but I can learn that exactly for free inside that Skool group of that random dude Dion Trades, and seeing that executing live on a daily stream. Maybe I should check that out before spending $5,000 on a video course. That's personally my end game. That's amazing, and that doesn't mean I'm going to leak anything from their courses or I'm going to bash on them. Totally not. I think if you make money selling courses, that's fine. You're an entrepreneur. Go for it. My goal is to provide the same value for free and change the game in that way. Which IST strategy has the highest win rate? The IST strategy with the highest win rate above is the IST strategy where you can execute the most amount of winning trades within a certain period without fucking up. Win rate is different for every person. Laurianne says, for how long do you think someone should paper trade until trading with real money? I would try to switch as soon as possible, not to real money, but to challenge money. So instead of putting $50 in an account, buy a 10K or 5K challenge from a prop firm. I think already the switch from paper to nice TP hit. That's incredible. That's incredible. Opa, and done. Yeah, so now is the question. Was this, like the bias was long, so the bias was good, but is this the trade I want to take? Is this the 10 EM game? No, it isn't. So for me, this is no execution. Do we want to be famous like Patrick? Is that Patrick Wieland? I never seen him. I know his name. Tanya Trades. I've watched Tanya Trades. She's also very good. I think she's cool. And the thing is about streamers, you should just watch like which one you resonate the most with and you enjoy spending time on the charts. Like if that's Tanya Trades or any other streamer, do that. But just watch one or two max and just follow what they're doing. Because you'll be spending a lot of time with those people. I guess I was scared to not pass the challenge. Like Lorianne, you know for yourself when you can execute a certain system. Like maybe you have your certain model you're looking for. When you have that, just try. Yeah, my connection broke down there a few seconds ago. I think it should be good now. Let me know if it's better right now. So I would just be okay with not passing the challenge. Like there is no rule that when you buy a challenge that there's no certainty. Go fill those challenges and learn from them. There's literally no trader who did not lose a challenge. Trust me. I lost so many challenges, but it doesn't matter because you only need to pass 1, 2, or 3, get those payouts, and those payouts will then pay for more challenges, and then more, and more. Deep Blue, yeah, Friday high. 9154. Right here, this one. Yeah, so currently looking at NQ, we are creating a 50-minute for value gap. We also have a 5-minute bullish value gap here. Perhaps it can be a nice entry. In 10 minutes, there will be a new for value gap created. But just marking this out. Let's see what happens. Like if this is respected, then you can potentially take an entry. But personally, I don't. I want to see more manipulation. There's a lost over 30 evaluations, and blue. I cannot see the amount. 40-ish. Funded account, haven't had a payout. Okay, Gary, do you have a do you have a journal of all those trades on every evaluation? And if yes, please send them to me. I'll look at it. I want journals of every trade of those 30 evaluations. And the cool part is when you don't have them, and that's totally fine, then that is probably the reason you failed them. Because you failed to journal them, so that means there's no room. You don't know where you should improve. And if you have them, please, you can send them to me in the DM on Skool. I will look into them. Okay, so let's recap what happened this far. We already made an S&T here at the lows with ES. At 10 a.m. right here, we bounced off from the 10 a.m. open without any fair value gaps. Then we moved upwards. Came back into this 1 minute fair value gap. Together with the order block right here. And now these down close candles are respecting price higher. It's not my model, but it is what we currently see. I think these lows are very juicy now. And next to a 5-minute value gap, we also created a 50-minute value gap in a few minutes. Let's see what price does over there. In the meantime, let's see what DXY is doing. Why don't you trade DXY on a Monday pre-CPI and FOMC? Because of this. You don't do it. This is gonna be so nice. Ooh. Wow, Euro NCD just died. Like, I think the Euro is dying. Yeah. Insane. From the open, look at this. Like, from the weekly open, it just dumped. Straight dump. Yeah, incredible. Hey, this is nice. This is nice. Catch ESF. Remember what I want to see? Strong liquidity, the monthly for value gap. So let's see if we can get a move back. Like there are multiple value gaps. Let's see where price can come back into. I saw this as low-hanging fruit this morning here in London. I was like, probably going to run these equal highs at London low, one high, before the real move. But let's see if we can maybe even take Friday high here. Let me see the chat. Abbas, how many evaluations have you failed? And how many trades have you journaled? Send me amounts here in the chat. How do you know it will come back for those lows? You don't. To be honest, you don't. But I'm expecting these are all lows that don't take out any liquidity. And I think there is liquidity below failure swings. The first episode, like I don't know if they're coming back today, but below swing lows and above swing highs, there's liquidity. So yeah, it's a shame. Already 50 points. But what I mentioned before, you don't want to chase price. So let's see if it gives us, and otherwise no trades for today. And here comes the cool part. First of all, you stuck to your plan. The 10 a.m. game is played in a certain way. If we don't get the manipulation at 10 a.m., which we didn't, then there's probably no trade. Silver bullet, 9 a.m. high. That's right here. To 9 a.m. low. Also, no setup yet. There's nothing to play with right now. And there's so much opportunity coming up this week with all the news events. Then not deploying all your capital at Monday. It's quite nice, quite refreshing, because then you have more capital to deploy during later stage of the week. That doesn't mean if price displays as lower, closing around this low with our value gap, then I want to take shorts. And why do you want to take shorts? Because we're still inside this bullish order block. This green candle. Liquidity. If we do that, I will definitely look at some. But for now, we're just in a bullish order flow, and that's nice. My insight for gold, Abbas, is to the monthly for value gap. And let me see, Scooby, are you still here in the group? I cannot see participants, but if you're still here, Scooby, congrats on being the first member to hit level 6 in the Skool group. Grinding and grinding. How did I start my trading journey? I started with crypto in 2017. And then around 2020, 2021, I got some amazing mentors. Not that I found them randomly on YouTube. I actually actively searched for mentors. I found them. And I still work with mentors. And for every level, you need a new mentor. So I had a mentor who taught me like market structure and how TradingView works and everything, like the basic stuff. I had a mentor who told me how to trade with models. I have a mentor who trained me to scale. Like I have a lot of mentors. Like I've paid so much money to mentors. But the cool part is, like, that's what you read in all the motivational shit. Like, you invest in yourself, so every dollar is worth it. The biggest ROI you can get is on yourself, or on one of the meme coins from crypto. No, but jokes aside, like I think the best way to invest in yourself, not in course, but in mentors. So that's what my trading journey was, and like I've blown also many accounts. Like, don't get me wrong, I love to gamble, but now I'm just trained. I know what I want to see. I know what I don't want to see. I know when to trade. I know when not to trade. Do I still make mistakes? Yes, I do. Do I get greedy? Yes, I do. Do I make money? Yes, I also do. So yeah. Like, my goal is basically to be the most consistent person there can be. Like, when I am my deathbed in many years from now, I want people to remember me like, yo, that guy was consistent. Whoa. How do you find mentors? Reach out to. I would start with reaching out to, for example, on Twitter or Instagram, people who have like between 1,000 or 10,000 followers, like trading guys, and say, hey, do you offer mentorship? And then go on calls with them. You will get calls with them or with their closing teams. Then you will be able to filter the bullshit from the real one. Some people just say they're mentoring, but they just have a coaching offer or a course offer. Go on many calls so you can train yourself what is real and what is not. Jump the gun, so try mentors, see what works for you, see what doesn't work for you. But start with just reaching out. Reach out to 100 different accounts, 100 different mentors with a personalized message. And after that, we can talk again. I heard so many times people say, yeah, I cannot find this or that. And then it's the question, did you did 100 times of the certain unit you need to do? And that was me, like, for example, talking about limited beliefs. I think that's a limited belief. When I was starting YouTube in February, I was like, whoa, this video recording thing is hard. I don't think I can do that. And then I was like, okay, but what if you your first 100 posts on YouTube, and then you can determine if it was actually hard or not, or what it was just your fear or insecurity talking. And now I think there are like 80 something videos on the channel, and now I would say it isn't that hard actually creating videos. So it's just a fear of doing something new that is. All you these days are mentors. Okay, nice. And perhaps there are some great mentors out there, but you don't know which one. And you just try and reach out and talk. How do I record my videos? With OBS Studio. And I edit them with CapCut. Both are free. If we continue this daily candle, then definitely tomorrow my drawn liquidity will be the Friday high. But yeah, the current pricing is just up without many retracements. So we're ending the silver bullet windows 10 minutes before 11. So that means if your setup hasn't occurred like until now, maybe you should reevaluate. So what my current point of interest is this bearish for value gap on the 1 hour. Inside this order block. And I'm curious if we can reach that. If we can reach that, then I want to see a market structure shift to the downside to tackle the failure swings right here. And why? I think there's a nice short potential because all these lows, like there's money below it, like there's no liquidity being taken out. Staircase, remember? Failure swings. So this is what I'm seeing right now. Potential market maker sell model from the 1 hour CB. And then low hanging fruit are going to be the 50-minute and 5-minute value gap, and eventually the lows right here. That's what I'm currently seeing. But remember time, like you see the push, the end of the 10 AM candle, the push coming now. Let's see if we can get some short entry perhaps. Does the silver bullet work on Euro USD? I think the forex pairs also move inside because between 10 and 11, the silver bullet window, that's basically the London close. So yes, I think it worked, but while backtesting, I saw that it works the best on the indices. But yeah, silver bullet also does work on forex if your drawn liquidity is there. Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for any energy to the other side. Because there's no, for me, no point in longing this price action. That's not how I want to see price. And there's currently no shorting area because there's no energy downwards. So I'm just flat. And it's about showing up consistently, even on no news Mondays. Trade or not, you just are there because you are a trader, you're a developing trader. So you should be very proud to be even here. because you are coming in a no news Monday with CPI and FOMC coming up. You're not expecting much. You're not pressing the button like a madman. You're just watching price print. And based on what you're seeing right now in the 1 minute, if you're on the buy side of the curve, down close candles and discount for value gaps should hold. And what did you see right here for value gap? It held. Then we came back all the way. Why is this an order block? Down close candles. We traded into the value gap. The order block held. Then we displaced upwards with the value gap. Order block held again. Now we are moving upwards towards the 1 hour CB. So the delivery is quite clean. Only the point from where it left, the station, was not the entry I wanted to have. That's why I'm just leaving this move, and it's okay. Zenab says, do you trade reversals or continuations? Both. Yeah, definitely. Like, all my entries are based around market structure and market maker models. Like, you guys know the model that I'm using. It's no secret. It's higher time frame point of interest. The point of interest from the weekly outlook. On the 1 and 4 hour, it's market maker models. And inside those market maker models, at the 1 and the 4 hour, I'm looking for lower time frame entries, 50 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. Based on, for example, Skool model, 2022 model, whatever model you want to choose. But everything must align with the higher time frame. I like your question, Kunal. How can we deal with getting stuck on a one-sided bias during the day? You can be stuck with one bias during the day, but you should be able to then not press the button when it's not in your favor. And if you want to look at your bias and you're in a lower time frame, just change your time frame once in a while. Like, for example, now, I think the long bias for this candle was very obvious. That's what I mentioned. I want to look for longs. My bias isn't short. Like, when I'm going short, it's a little scalp. My long-term bias, daily, higher time frame idea, is an internal to external. Low-hanging fruit is all-time high again. And yeah, it's a shame that we are missing that, but hey, who cares? We still have an imbalance to come back to. 5 minutes is quite balanced already. The 1 hour is currently creating in the next 2 hours a value gap. Let's see what it gives. The push is coming now in the 4 minutes, 3 minutes inside this candle, and then you probably will see the 1976 area being reached. So I'll be here for the first few minutes of the 11 a.m. candle to see if we can get a displacement lower. So that means creating a swing high inside this 1 hour BIS CB to get a retracement lower to catch that scalp. If we don't get any energy lower, then I'll just call it a day and come back tomorrow London. And tomorrow London, as said earlier, guys, I'm going to stalk the USD pairs for a trade to their respective value gaps. I'm going to look at catch CHF for a short towards the monthly BISI. And of course the indices always, but my main goal, my main aim is going to be the USD pairs. Here it is, before 11, we reach the 1 hour CB. Now for a short, I want to see some structure being formed. with the target, the 50 minutes fair value gap. And it's very nice because in 1 minute we have a new 1 hour candle, and that can create a swing high. One high from the 10 a.m. candle, one high from the 11 a.m. candle, and a lower high from the 12 a.m. candle. Swing high. So let's see if we can get that. Yes, Danny, you can spot liquidity, low resistance liquidity, by failure swings. So where there's no low being taken out with the lows or high being taken out with the highs. A new 1 hour candle started. I'm going to look for potential lower prices. I don't think we will get that. It's kind of a very aggressive buy program. You're at the buy side of the curve, so. ES also delivered very ugly. Alexander says, since the 1 hour took the previous group of red candles, isn't that a change in the state of delivery? You mean because they took these ones? I would say so, yes. I want to see what we do with this 1 hour fair value gap. So my current scalp idea is to short towards back to the 50-minute fair value gap, and that's also together with the breaker and order block right here, around the 20s, 25, 20, 19, 23. But my long-term bias is just up. Should we look for a long or a short? Currently, I would say neither, because you're pretty high up in the range for a long, and there's no indication for a short. So now I will be flat, and we already at 11 a.m. So I would say sit on your capital and deploy tomorrow or PM. And I want to show you something from last Monday, before we had that massive move up. When can I show that? Here. On Monday last week, the big down move came after lunch. I think the low of the week in the PM session. So for now, I'm kind of sitting on my hands and perhaps coming back in the PM session. I wouldn't say it's the same price action, of course, but the bias is bullish. I think we can get a bigger move, maybe in the PM session. And if this candle displays lower, then you look for, okay, will it leave a value gap? If it does respect it, and the second value gap is game time. Other than that, it's just a rebalance into the discount rate before going higher again. Oh, Alexander, you should look for a long at the order block, at the discount order block. Because I think we can still get an internal to external. Right here. So currently we are creating a swing low inside a daily for value gap, tapping the order block right here. So that's for me a bullish signal towards the 19 150s. It would be nice to get some form of retracement before that actual long happened. All right, so tomorrow I will be also making a cool end screen. So you already see the starting screen, right? Let me put it up again. Hold on. This is the starting screen. I'll be also making a cool start screen, but this already was quite a hassle to set this up, so I hadn't any time to make that. So also a cool ending screen, and oh boy, professional streaming coming up. And perhaps in a few years we can also do some some squad busters live stream while waiting on NQ. No, that's of course a joke, but. Yeah, so based on this, like we had the silver bullet window, and if you remember the silver bullet strategy, if you have a bullish bias, you want the 9 AM low to be swept, that's this low, and then going higher, or you're bearish, you want the 9 AM high to be swept before going lower. Today we just had one big move upwards that didn't give any entries. So that means for now, this session, I don't take any trade. I will be looking though, if we get a displacement below this swing low, to go lower, to retrace toward this kind of the area. If there's maybe a new swing low being created very soon, for example, right here, and we go higher, then I want this swing low to be violated, then do it like this. But for now, it doesn't make any sense to take an entry for me. So yeah, it's a shame. Missed the opportunity. Now I'm very curious what's going to happen. We are between this 1 hour Sibi and we're going to create this 1 hour Busy. Let's see who's going to win. Are there any pairs you would like to discuss before we close the stream? Let me see. GU and AU. Yes, Apollo, I mentioned it a few times. I think we can see a higher dollar this week. So that means I'm going to look for shorts for USD pairs. Do I trade gold? Very rarely. Very rarely. Let's see what's gold doing right now. I mentioned my drawn liquidity for gold is the monthly fair value gap, the monthly busy, to trade off from, but for now to trade through to, and maybe even in this fair value gap. So my buy is on gold is going to be lower. Would be nice if we can see a little move higher. Maybe we can even reach the premium of the range here. But my drawn liquidity is lower for gold. Oh, that's a very nice idea, SH. Like the classic ICT disclaimer with, hey, there's no financial advice, etc., etc. That's a very nice tip from you. Thank you for sharing. Like I'm quite safe because I didn't take a trade yet, but yeah, maybe when I'm going to take trades potentially tomorrow, then yeah, I need to have some form of disclaimer. Thank you for sharing. Oh, thanks, Scott. Thank you. 4 hour value gap failed to hold on Euro NCD. Okay, cool. Yeah, so probably we can see. Let's see if this order block holds, but potentially this low will be on the cards. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Look at DXY. Nothing. The whole session. Very nice. Let's see on Twitter who traded this. It will be very funny to see. Okay, first for value gap. Let's see what it does. This is nice. I like the energy. The S is weaker. I'm going to hunt for a short move, AM session, also PM session, if it comes. I think this structure is too clean. Yeah. This will be revisited, I'm sure. Probably not yet, looking at current price, but Kunal, how long have you been trading? You only trade, I only trade ICT concept, yes. And I gave my own flavor to it. So for a long time, I think 4 years. I've been in the market since 2017 with crypto. But trading ICT, I think it's 2021. I think 2020, 2021. Can you share my thoughts on the time cycles? 90 cycles have been quite popular recently. That's just like the CRT. I'm not trading what's popular. I'm trading what works for me, and I have a clear plan. I'm executing this for a long time. So I can teach you the cycles if it works for you. I'm trading exactly at the way I want because I know it works. But yeah, if you have any questions about, like, for example, time cycles or 90-minute cycles or quarterly theory or whatever, post your question in the Skool group. I'll be happy to provide some answers. Do I trade no news days? Yeah, I do. I do look at it and I do execute when time comes. I don't trade bank holidays, like no new Mondays, for example. I'm not expecting much, but yeah, I do. I do look at the market, and for example, here, if we can get a short from here, I'm down. Like, we're slowing down here. We're creating nice candle, nice structure here. If we displace lower from the here, we have a very nice trade. If we create this value gap here, displacement from this point, whew, then I'm down for a nice short towards lunch. Don't forget this 15 minutes for value gap, higher time for your bullish, so it will be a small. And here comes the second for value gap theory comes into play. Like, this could already be the second for value gap, but I'm not sure yet. Let's see. This is the market structure shift. Let's see if the value gap will be created. It depends on this candle. Like, now the value gap is way smaller. This is so nice from the... Like, look at this. Like, the value gap's almost done. Almost gone. And when you are bearish, you want larger value gaps. Denji, I'm not... Understand your question, no. I'm not convinced. I want to see more, and then I'm probably going to take it lower up the range, but I don't like this. Especially also looking at ES. Fizz, I already shared gold. I see a monthly busy as drawn liquidity. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything, guys. So, like, based on time, I'm out. 11:20, so no setup. Bullish was good. Of the buys was bullish, but no entry. So that means I'm going to close the stream. For the people who are in long, congrats. I didn't take it. 10 a.m. game, it came back to the 10 a.m. open before moving away, but it's not my entry. Perhaps we can see a potential entry somewhere here. Where are we? We're still inside that 1 hour SIBI. But we are no news Monday. Very humble. We're going to deploy so much capital in the coming coming few days. So yeah, lots to come. For the questions who are still here, you can make a post in the Skool group. I will try to answer your question there. So many amazing trades as well. It was a long stream, almost 2.5 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it with all your trading friends. If you have not signed up for the waiting list for the private mentorship, based on the amount of signups already, I would recommend being fast, because I will leave it open. The link, like the waiting list, I will leave it open for the time being, but in every few weeks or few months, I can only accept a few. So the link to the waiting list is inside the Skool group. And you guys are early, so please don't sleep on it. I'm cooking something truly amazing. And yeah, I would love for you guys to be part of that. More details on the exact mentorship soon. There's only the waiting list. So details will be in the link when you sign up for the waiting list. Alright guys, so tomorrow I'll have a cool ending screen. For today I'll just press the end stream button. It's very boring. You can sign up in the Skool group. There is a sign up link. I can send it here as well. Let me see. I will send it in the chat here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, it's more boring when there is no trades. Like, I think it's boring, to be honest. But yeah, it's part of the game. Sometimes you have an amazing clean setup, and sometimes it just delivered exactly how you want it without you. Yeah. You cannot predict the market, that's fine. I think you can be happy with yourself that you didn't execute on your trading, that you didn't execute when your trade plan wasn't there. If you did execute, well done. And I would love to see your trades in the Skool group. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. First at 5 a.m. new mentorship video. And I would watch it before going into the stream, because it's about news. And it's the reason I planned it for tomorrow is because we have those big news events on Wednesday, and I think it's very very helpful for what's going to happen Wednesday. Alright, I'm going to close stream now, guys. See you guys later. Bye-bye.